Good morning, everyone. My name is Emily Castro. Today we're here with Josh Futterman, Managing General Partner at Papa Bear Ventures. Thank you so much for joining us today at the 2025 Future of Deal-Making Summit, hosted by the M&A Advisor. Thank you, Josh.
Emily, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been focusing at lately at Papa Bear Ventures?
Sure. Well, I predominantly focus on early seed, what I call early seed, machine learning-driven platforms, marketplaces, tools, infrastructure, all in the software space. And it's been a very interesting time because everything for the last year has sort of shifted towards generative AI, and that's driven the valuations up substantially and doesn't actually align with my investment philosophy. I'm sort of the anti-power law investor. I do only 2 or 3 deals a year. I get very actively involved with my founders. I was actually a 5-time founder myself with several exits. And I've been a mentor to over 400 other founders. So I do it a different way and launched my fund back in 2021, taking this approach. And I've done 8 deals into 6 companies. All of them are doing well to very well at this point. They haven't had a single dog. But, I sort of look at what's going on in the generative AI space now and find that most of those companies are wrappers on other people's platforms. And, I don't trust that there's enough of a moat there to, do that. So where I'm actually focused on at the moment is doing a roll-up around one of my portfolio companies. I'm really excited about that. It's given me an opportunity to get back involved almost like an operator again. And this is a company that is the most technologically advanced one in the multiplayer game server and user-generated content space. And so we see a tremendous opportunity because that's a very fragmented market right now with a lot of founders who are essentially hobbyist founders. To pull a lot of those companies together, centered around the amazing technology that Nodecraft has, and really become the infrastructure layer for everything multiplayer gaming going forward.
Are there any innovations or trends that will have a huge impact in your business in general that we're underestimating?
Well, I would say across the board, it doesn't matter whether it's M&A or venture investing, private equity. The biggest thing that we're encountering, and I do think a lot of people are underestimating it, is the amount of chaos that's in the world at the moment. Makes it very difficult to plan. We just don't know where things are going to be in a few years. One of the reasons I'm doing this roll-up is I think gaming is one of the few safe spaces that even if things go south economically, people want their entertainment. It's a low-cost form of entertainment, and it's the largest entertainment sector out there right now. And we're not providing games; we're providing the infrastructure to all of those game companies. So we don't have that downside. Right?
Got it. Can you tell me a little bit more about providing that infrastructure, how you're tackling?
Sure, absolutely. So what we've done is historically, if you wanted to run a private server in one of these games, say the most obvious one would be Minecraft, you would go out and you would either find a third-party company or you would pay in-game for Microsoft's server facilities so that you could set up a server, create your own world, play with your friends, have your own walled garden like that, create what are called mods around it. But the experience has not been great. And in fact, uptake with these kind of things has been very low historically, even though it's already an over $1 billion sector. The uptake's only been 2% because it's been too complicated for the average player to set up their own server.
Right.
So what we did was we created, first on the consumer side, a system where it's basically one touch and your server spins up like that. And then we took that a couple of years ago and we created a plug-and-play system that integrates into any multiplayer game and gives that multiplayer game as good or better functionality as Roblox, right? And so you can spin up your server, you can create your own mods, your own various items for the game, things like that. You can play with your friends, you can open up to the public. You could eventually even potentially charge to allow people to play on your server, right? So it creates another environment. And what it does is, on the consumer side, all the game companies, the game studios, haven't been making any money off of their servers, right? They form out, or they go B2B and they pay for compute And only the largest companies can do this, and it costs them tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars a year. So our system is actually a rev share model. When we integrate it in, the studios make anywhere from 8 to 25% of the revenues that we generate from the servers in the UGC, depending on how deeply integrated it is into the guest.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your insight with us. I hope to see a little bit more and see how these spaces develop.
Absolutely. Keep your eyes open. We're definitely going to be out there. It's Node 1.
Thank you, Josh.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into M&A TV. If this episode enhanced your strategic outlook, please like, subscribe, and share it with your network. For more critical insights and high-level interviews, follow us on all our socials and visit our hub at www.maadvisor.com. I'm Roger Argonaldo, and we'll see you next time right here on M&A TV, the definitive voice of dealmakers.